How did the 50/50 go from topping the Billboard because of their song Cupid, which shot arrows at every person who heard it, to being labeled as a backstabber? 50/50 backstabbed to the company. The CEO of Attrakt gave us so much for them. He sold his car, his fancy watch, he even worked at a tea shop to support their music. And 50/50 did this to him? You see, since February, their song Cupid has been spreading love around the globe. It was phenomenal. But why? Their fans are divided right now. Why did they criticize the group they once idolized? And more importantly, why did 50/50 lose in the legal battle against their own label if they were the ones who received unfair treatment? Well, if you watch this video until the end, you'll know the answers you've been seeking for the past months about the issue. Is it true that their CEO sold his car, ate cheap food, and sold his watch to fund the girl group? And now that they're phenomenal, 50/50 wants to untie their contract with the company? Well, you won't believe this, so keep watching. 50/50 breaks the silence on the lawsuit against their label Attrakt. Legal battle between 50/50 and Attrakt. In June 2023, 50/50 filed a lawsuit to suspend their contracts with their agency, Attrakt. They said 3 things. Number 1, they're being unfair to 50/50. Number 2, Attrakt violated the terms and conditions of their contract. And number 3, and the most controversial, is that the label didn't properly distribute the income to the members, even despite the colossal success of their song Cupid in 2023. And on the same day, the label points fingers at someone named Ah Sang-il, their former CEO. Now, Attrakt says there's someone sneaky, an outside party trying to snatch away the stars of 50/50. Later, they spill the beans. It's Warner Music Korea, and the one who's helping them is Ah Sang-il. Before we know it, 50/50 turns to the court for help. They also point at the CEO of Attrakt, Jun Hong-jun. They say he's been using the company's cash in shady ways instead of making 50/50 even more awesome. And here's the thing. Jun Hong-jun got a huge amount of money, like 9 billion won, from a music company. But that money was mixed up with 50/50's earnings, and the twist is 50/50 isn't even part of that music company. And we said earlier in the introduction, it's not shocking that the netizens are teaming up with Jun Hong-jun. They've got some harsh words for our favorite quartet, calling them the icon of betrayal, and the golden goose that disemboweled itself. 50/50 handwritten notes for fans. It's a calm summer day in August when, out of nowhere, a brand new Instagram post pops up from 50/50. This post is a heartfelt handwritten message from the girls, both in English and Korean. A representative has confirmed that it's genuinely from the group. They wrote in their message how they felt about all the non-verified stories and all the rumors circulating on social media. They said misunderstandings and accusations have been snowballing. We were deeply shocked by this, and we've been going through a tough time. The group members continued. We believe there's truth that needs to be uncovered despite these difficulties, and their main goal is to protect their music and their passion. They want to clear up the misunderstandings with their agency, Attrakt. 50/50 also shared that there are many untrue stories being reported in the media, but that they didn't point fingers at any specific stories. But yeah, of course they're hoping for justice. They want the truth to shine bright in court. They've been gathering facts and hope everyone will see things clearly. At the end of the letter, they added, "Every one of our members is in this together, relying on each other to stand strong. They dream of singing and dancing together in a place where they can feel trusted and safe." 50/50 lost again, Attrakt. As we said earlier, 50/50 felt that Attrakt wasn't being fair, right? But the girl group added fuel to the fire by saying that the company was shady with money and didn't care about their health. So the Cupid singers wanted to end their deal with Attrakt and break free. But the legal court in Seoul, where the important decisions happen, looked at 50/50's request. They took their time and then they made a decision. The court decided that they can't let the group out of the contract. They felt that there wasn't a super urgent reason to give 50/50 what they wanted. But 50/50 will pursue more legal battles. After the court said no to 50/50's request, their lawyers are ready for more legal action. 50/50 wants to ensure everyone knows their side of the story, especially about the unfair stuff that happened with Attrakt. And here's the inside scoop, straight from their lawyers. They said, "We decided to file an immediate appeal against the dismissal of the injunction request for suspension of the exclusive contract." They continued, "The court believes it was necessary to consider the original lawsuit, including unfair payment and other issues. Therefore, we will soon file an immediate appeal." Furthermore, the lawyers in 50/50's mindset is they might lose the battle, but the war isn't over yet. The no from the legal court doesn't mean that they've lost the lawsuit entirely. On the other hand, after winning the legal battle, Attrakt CEO Jun Hong-jun undergoes a phone interview where he said that he's hoping that 50/50 will come back on board. Also, Jun Hong-jun shared some inside scoop. He wants everyone to know that he's eyeing Ah Sang-il. He shared, "There's too much evidence of tampering. Therefore, we plan to file a criminal complaint against the giver, CEO Ah Sang-il, and director Baek." Jun Hong-jun added, "I'm sincerely grateful for all the support for me and the company. I believe that I must contribute even the slightest support for those facing unfair treatment in the future." Then he said, "But above everything, I still wish that 50/50 members would return to Attrakt." The downfall of 50/50 means the rise of their agency. Reports are buzzing that 50/50 might owe Attrakt a mountain of money. I mean, we're talking 51.1 billion Korean won, which is close to a jaw-dropping 38.8 million USD. But while 50/50 faces this sandy mess over Attrakt, things are looking sunny and shiny for the agency. They've got big bucks rolling in from all corners. One report from WikiTree says they got a sweet deal of 10 billion Korean won, around 7.6 million USD, from a big company called Evergreen Group Holdings in Singapore. Other companies like Hansei Industrial and Yes24 are also pouring money into Attrakt's treasure chest, making it overflow with around 60 billion Korean won, which is roughly 45.5 million USD. So with 50/50s facing the tides and Attrakt building a golden palace, will 50/50 rebuild stronger? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And after that, take a deep breath because what we're gonna tell you will shock you. CEO of JYP Entertainment and 30 other music giants judge the future of 50/50. Imagine you've baked a delicious cake but then dropped it on the floor. People around you might have mixed feelings. Some might say you can still eat it, while others would say it's ruined. That's kind of how the big shots in the music industry feel about 50/50 right now. There was a big survey where the top people in music shared their thoughts about 50/50's future after the big lawsuit with Attrakt. There's a room with 31 music experts, and more than half of them believe that 50/50 might have a hard time coming back. They feel like fans might see the group as backstabbers and might not trust them anymore. Jin Jung-hyun, a big director, said that they might be the one-hit wonders, like a shooting star. It's bright and amazing, but then it's gone. The boss of JYP Entertainment, Jimmy Jung, dropped a bombshell by saying, when it comes to work, it would be difficult to trust the members and be trusted. But hey, 15 of those experts think that 50/50 can still make music. But that's why there's always a but. They feel a group that might not be the fan favorites anymore. One insider shared, I don't think broadcasters would view them favorably, and I'm not sure how many fans would root for them. And now that we're here, let's discuss if Attrakt CEO selling things he owns is true or not. CEO of 50/50, John Hong-jun, makes a shocking revelation. I sold my car to make their debut happen. He goes on to say that they recorded their first songs at a friend's studio to save money, and he never even dreamed of hitting a big global chart like the Billboard because they had zero cash for global marketing. But what John Hong-jun spills while talking over the phone call is completely the opposite. He dreamed big for 50/50. They wanted them to shine like BTS, the global superstars, and their new album has an English track, so why would they do that if they weren't aiming for the world stage? And here's another puzzling piece. Most K-pop groups release their albums on Mondays, but 50/50 chose a Friday. Why? Because that's when global superstars aim for the big charts. You see, Attrakt CEO Jin Hong-jun is a big deal. He's connected to not one, not two, but a whopping 6 huge companies. One of these companies is even the largest investment firm in Korea, Beyond Music. So if the CEO had to sell his car and cut corners to save money, then how could they afford to make 4 music videos for the debut album? Furthermore, Attrakt, though just over a year old, had already joined forces with 6 major companies before 50/50's debut. How did 50/50's songs land on huge Spotify playlists when even the biggest K-pop stars sometimes can't? And yes, of course, the reactions online about 50/50's situation have been mixed. On one hand, we have people supporting Attrakt, and some comments say, the girls got what was coming for them, greedy girls thinking they could ditch their company after their one-hit wonder. But the other hand is packed with 50/50 fans, cheering loudly and waving their flags. If they keep making music, I'm right here cheering. The way y'all are defending the CEO kills me, regardless of your opinion. Phew, so many opinions, right? But what's behind the new Jean song ETA ain't just opinion. It's a dark truth luring us in, so listen until the end if you want to uncover it. So click this video right here to learn more.